And hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Orlando Richie, and welcome back once again to Doki Doki Literature Club Blue Skies. So last time we made a couple of major choices for the route that we're on. Currently, it's Sayori's route. Anyways, it's been about 2 weeks since that nightmare caused Sayori to have a breakdown. By this point in our relationship, I really started to see what Mom warned me about. I didn't realize how bad the bad days would be. We've had a few therapy sessions since, as I was hoping, the sessions went smoothly. Well, as smoothly as they could go, I guess. Along with her doctor prescribing her antidepressants, the therapist has given Sayori a diary, which she's meant to use by recording her happy and sad thoughts. By recording her sad thoughts, he's working with her to see whether those thoughts are supported by facts, basically trying to challenge her depressive thinking. I'm no expert, but it looks to me like that's the kind of therapy she needs. It's not been as simple as it might seem, but to me it looks like steady but sure progress is made. To say the least, it's a huge relief. Hmm. Oh, also, I should probably mention to you guys that I just saw the Pokemon Presents today, and I am absolutely thrilled of what happened. I'm not gonna spoil anything that happened, so if you want to see it, go and watch it for yourselves. But oh my god, I am so happy about everything that's going on right now. Today is a good day to be a Pokemon fan. She so tentatively mentioned that she'd like to start going to the sessions alone, although she isn't quite sure at that stage yet. She said she'd see how she feels by the time the next one comes about. Still, it's been really interesting to see what therapy really entails. Definitely an eye-opening experience. On the other hand, I think that the other members, girls, are starting to get a little more suspicious. There have been a few days where Sayori's depressive moods become a little more apparent in school, and they were concerned for her. Still, Sayori maintained her walls. I felt bad about how in the dark the other girls were, but it isn't my position to say what's going on. Hopefully, Sayori will be comfortable telling them in her own time. Also, given now it's February, I've had to pay a little more attention to school matters, namely the end of the semester next month. Sakurai has also been talking to the students about their future plans. It's scary to think that next year is my final school year. He wants to see me after the lesson ends, so for what it feels like for the first time forever, I start to think about what I want to do after I leave school. The bell rings and he calls me over. You have that same look that I had on my face when my home teacher wanted to talk to me about post-school plans. I appreciate his sense of humor in the situation. He's he always ha- he's always been efficient at helping me feel at ease, especially in situations where I feel out of my depth. If you don't know what you want to do, I wouldn't worry about it too much. After all, you're just a second year, so you do have another year to figure it out. Having said that, do you have any idea at all? To be honest with you, sir, I haven't really given it much thought at all. Past 5 months have been really, well, they haven't really given me much time to think about it. Well, let's try this from another angle. Does higher education interest you at all? Going to university? Or would you perhaps be more inclined towards finding a job as soon as you leave school? I paused for a moment to think, trying to recollect what my parents used to tell me when we had this kind of conversation. University sounds good, although I'm not sure what I'd want to study. He nods approvingly. You'll definitely find it easier to land a job if you have a degree under your belt. That's good to know then. All I have to do is pick a subject, I guess. I know it can be a little daunting, especially when you aren't sure my advice would be able to go with a subject you enjoy and do well in. Far from me being biased, but you are a rather talented historian. I chuckle. What can you do with a history degree, though? Skills you get from history degree can transfer to a lot of other fields. A lot of that I knew went to journalism, academia, teaching, or even the law. Obviously, I'm not biased in any way, but history is the best subject to study. My science teacher says otherwise, sir. He grumbles to himself. Those haughty scientists, if they could just pry themselves away from their Bunsen burners and glass vials for 5 minutes. Ahem. Anyway, it's good to see that you've at least got a vague idea of what you want to do. There's no rush in it or anything. Just take time to think about what you'd like to study at university. We can always have another discussion later. Will do, sir. Thank you. With the conversation over, I made my way over to the club room for lunch. Hey guys. Asuka gives me a curt nod while Sayori gives me a wan smile. The door opens once more and Yuri walks in. Sayori's already weak smile wavers even further. She doesn't dislike her by any means, but it's clear that the jealousy is still an issue. I sigh inwardly. I have no clue how to solve that issue, given I don't think Sayori is willing to disclose her depression with Yuri. As I pull out my food, I notice Monica has barely greeted me. Her face is glued to her laptop with a terse look on her face. Everything alright, Monica? She finally drags her eyes off the screen and looks at me. It seems like she's only just realized I'm talking to her. Yeah, sorry, I had to put some important emails. How are you? I see a spot from a mile off that her smile is forced. I decided not to push it. Not bad, not bad. Sakurai was just talking to me about my plans after high school. I think it's common practice for all the teachers to ask their students, given that we're second years and the end of the semester isn't so far off. Bet that was fun. We don't even have to bother with that stuff just yet. Luckily, we still don't know what I want to do. I told him I wanted to go to university, but I can't really decide what I want to do. I'm starting to realize that I probably should have given this more thought. That's a little irresponsible, Richie. Your future holds so much weight and time flies by so quickly. My face heats up a little from the embarrassment. She's right, of course, but it seems like her judgment is coming out of nowhere. I look at Sayori, half expecting her to jump to my defense, but she doesn't, though. Instead, she idly pokes at the spot at the table. There goes look curiously at us. They get a sense that something is up. I don't want to draw too much attention to Sayori, so I try to deflect her curiosity. How about you, Yuri? Any ideas? I decided I want to study Japanese literature at the university. Fitting choice. Yuri smiles to herself. I suppose it comes as a surprise to no one. To the surprise of absolutely nobody. I can't imagine that it would be both an exciting yet daunting experience. University? Yes, on one hand, there's the opportunity to meet many like-minded people all with the same passion. Yet there's so much independence, especially if you opt for a university far from home. And with that independence comes a lot of responsibility, and I'd imagine a fair degree of uncertainty. Who knows what life will be like for all of us when we've left school? My question hangs in the air as the conversation lapses into silence. Monica mutters something under her breath. How about you, Monica? I'd imagine you got a lot of choices given how you excel in pretty much every subject. She finally closes the laptop with a sigh. My parents have been hounding at me the exact same question for months now. I'll probably take over their business. There's a hint of what sounds like bitterness in her voice, granted I know very little about her life. Well, at least anything beyond surface level, so that's a little baffling. Well, we'll have to wait and see. An awkward silence descends upon the room. Clearly, it isn't just me who detected Monica's slightly hostile tone. Luckily, Yuri breaks the silence. Are you alright, Sayori? You've been rather quiet. Yeah, that's not like you at all. Even Monica glanced over at Sayori's direction. Oh, I'm fine. Just kinda tired, that's all. Don't worry about me. The other girls don't look convinced in the slightest. But they don't have much chance to impress her as a lunch bell rings. I remember being in their position last semester. And boy, do I not envy them. As the end of the school day rolls around, I find myself wandering down the corridor, waiting for Sayori to finish. Along the way, I bump into Monica. Hey, Richie. She keeps her voice low, quickly looks around before speaking. I could tell that she was going to ask me something. Is Sayori okay? She'll be fine, just dealing with some stuff is all. Compared to last time she was acting off in school, you seem a lot less worried. That was when I knew less about her. She narrows her eyes at me. I guess what I said must have come across as pretty cryptic. Okay. Well, let me know if we can help in any way, okay? We? The other club members, we're all friends. The other club members, we're all friends after all. Don't forget. Oh, of course. What a stupid question, Richie. It's appreciated. I'll see what Sayori thinks. Okay then, I'll see you later. Well, I think Sayori is definitely more convincing than I am. She walks off, and after a couple of moments, Sayori comes out of her class. Sorry I'm late. It's okay. Let's go. Do you know what's up with Monica? Funny you mention her because she just asked me what was up with you. Oh, what did you tell her? Just that you were dealing with some stuff. Didn't give any specifics. They're worried about you though. Have you considered telling them? And no, not really. They're friends, Sayori. They know something is up. I know. I can sense that this isn't a topic Sayori wants to discuss any further. Anyway, no, I don't know why Monica seemed so snappy at lunch. She mentioned her parents, so they're probably being a bit overbearing. Must be difficult to maintain a model student image when you're at the top. The only place to go from there is down. Juggling academics, sports, and other extracurriculars must be really stressful. I don't know how she does it, to be honest. I felt a little sorry for Natsuki, though. The conversation kinda excluded her. I know for sure that when I was a first year, post-school plans hadn't even crossed my mind. Yeah, I thought that too. We'll make sure to include her next time. Good shout. After dumping our things inside, I pull out my phone. I really should have talked to Mom a while ago. I'm pretty sure she's gonna make me feel bad about it. Hey, Mom. Ah, Richie. Nice of you to remember that you have a mother. I winced slightly. I knew this was coming. I know. I really should have called you earlier. It's not that I didn't want to or anything. Anyway, Story is with me right now. Do you want to say hello? I'd love to. I pressed the button on my phone, which transforms the call into a video call. My goodness, is that really you, Sayori? Whoa. Okay, she looks really awesome with her design immediately. Last time I saw you, you were barely a teenager. Sayori laughs shyly. I guess I'm putting her on the spot here a little. Hi, it's really nice to see you again. And you, dear. I hope Richie has been treating you well. I shoot Sayori a desperate look. This could be a perfect opportunity to enact some revenge for all the times I teased her. Of course, he's been really good to me. That's lovely to hear. Looks like my little prince has truly matured. They share a laugh as I turn slightly red from embarrassment. Mom, really? Little prince? I'm sorry, darling. I'm just so proud of you. Well, at least we established that what Sayori is gonna be calling me for the next few days. They continue to giggle at my expense. He's always been like this, hasn't he? Quick to tease others, but once they do it to him, he gets all huffy. Sayori, do not take her side. You're my girlfriend. She's trying and failing to keep a straight face. Okay, no more teasing. Sorry, I just had to get back at you for not calling. Get you back for not calling me for so long. How did your December exams go? I briefly described my results along with Sakurai's comments. Well, that's reassuring to hear. I was worrying how you'd fare living by yourself. I'm so glad to hear that your academics are going well. Sakurai has a point though. Your grades in math could be better, young man. Sorry, you're gonna have to knock him into shape. He's always been bad with discipline. I snort in derision. And you're asking Sayori of all people to help me with that? Hey! Mom sighs dramatically. Sorry, Sayori. He can be really mean sometimes, can't he? Must have got that from his father. There's an awkward silence. Things have been very rocky between Mom and Dad since the divorce. Oh, by the way, I've got some good news. We're almost finished dealing with this particular client, and I have no one else to deal with for a week. So I'm hoping to come and see you soon. My heart races. As much as I love being able to basically live with Sayori, seeing Mom again after so long will be really nice. That's awesome, Mom. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. She's cut short by the sound of someone calling her. It sounds pretty urgent. No, I was hoping to have more time to talk to you. Sorry, darling, I'm gonna have to go for now. We'll catch up properly, all three of us, when I come to visit you. Don't forget, it's Valentine's Day coming up really soon, and I want to hear all about how you've been treating Sayori like a princess for it. She laughs softly and waves goodbye. Click. I forgot how nice your mom is. Yeah, she's always been such a good parent. She was a lifesaver back in November after our fight. You're such a mommy's boy. Hey, it's a good thing. It's really cute. I get the feeling you're mocking me, but because I know I can't win this battle, I'll reluctantly concede. The Ice Queen wins again! You're a real clown, you know that? True, but I'm your clown. I prefer the I prefer the one from that horror movie we watched with Yuri. Such a charmer. The rest of the day passes by relatively quickly. After finishing our homework, we spent the evening kicking it back with some video games. This has been a routine for a while now. Sayori coming over, we finish our homework, then relax. It's simple but effective. I'm glad that we're both happy just to sit back and relax with each other's company. Then again, Sayori has never been a high maintenance kind of girl. Watch, watching her now, Watching her now with her sky blue eyes, narrowed in concentration. Hey, sky blue, blue skies. Get it? It's a pun. God, I love her. Now, is now the right time to say it though? What if she doesn't feel the same way? That'd be a little awkward to say the least. Nah, now isn't the time. I was curious, Sayori, what do you want to do after you finish school? You didn't say anything at lunch. I don't really know. She sighs. I thought that going into therapy might be a good idea, but no, forget it. It's a stupid idea. Huh? It's not stupid at all. It is. I didn't know if I'd be any good at it. But I can't help but I can't even help myself, so how can I help others? You're good at keeping the spirits high in the club, at least. People appreciate having you around, and it's definitely more comfortable at the atmosphere when you're there. It's one thing to keep peace in a high school club, but helping people with really big problems as a therapist, you know, the really horrible things that people have to live with, it's a whole other story. Have you mentioned it to your teacher at least? They might be able to point you in the right direction. She shrugs nonchalantly. I haven't, no. Truthfully, I haven't thought about the future much. Well, at least we're alike in that sense, although our reasoning for it is rather different. We got plenty of time though, right? Yeah, I guess we do. The conversation tails off in silence. I suppose thinking about the future is quite difficult for Sayori, so I make a mental note not to push it. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's call it a night. Can I be the big spoon tonight? Not sure how that'd work, but sure. Aw, that's so cute. I'm really liking how this mod is going. It's going very well. As Sakurai finishes explaining the morning tasks, I settle down and mark some papers. I might find myself absentmindedly fiddling with my pen. Pulling open my textbook, I flip to the relevant page. Suddenly, I'm aware of poking sensation on my shoulder. Morning, Emmy. Surprised you weren't late today. Hey, it's not my fault track practice went on for so long today. I mean, isn't it? Don't you decide how many laps you run? Semantics, Richie. I talk to myself. If you say so. Anyway, wouldn't you happen to have any good Valentine's ideas? You wouldn't happen to have any good Valentine's ideas, would you? Mom brought it up yesterday. I didn't realize how quickly Valentine's has come around this year. My boyfriend only got out of the hospital a few days ago, so we're just taking things slow. I think he mentioned wanting to take me to a tea house, though. Hospital? Is he alright? Yeah, just heart stuff. Anyways, what have you and Sayori got planned? That's what I was asking you for. Ne Neither of us have really mentioned doing anything for it. I've never done anything for Valentine's Day before, so I'm totally out of my depth here. Emmy giggles, thinks there's a playful mocking air to her laughter. She's your girlfriend, Richie. Shouldn't you know her best? Yeah, but relationships, man, they're confusing. Just ask her. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to be direct. Well, unless she's expecting a surprise from you, that is. Then, well, you're on your own for there. Some help you are. What happened to female intuition? We can't give you all the answers, Richie. Sometimes you gotta work things out for yourself. Yeah, because me trying to figure out what the best thing to say and do in a relationship is going so well. Life's unfair. After class ends, I make my way to the club room. As I open the door, I realized that it's just Natsuki inside. When was the last time I even spoke to her alone? Hey, afternoon. Listen, I need your help with something. She looks at me suspiciously. With what? Well, you're a girl, and thanks for noticing. And well, where would a girl want to be taken for Valentine's Day? And how long have you known Sayori for? Why does this sound so familiar? Is it really a crime for me to ask for some Valentine suggestions? A while, but in my defense, I've only been with her for what, 2 months? I was thinking like some kind of restaurant, but I don't know which ones are good or not. The door opens and Monica and Yuri walk in. What were you two talking about? I glanced desperately at Natsuki, hoping she doesn't expose me in front of everyone. Richard was asking me whether he should take his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. I groan. Jeez, when you put it like that. I just needed some pointers is all. The door opens a second time and Sayori wanders in. If it were down to me, I wouldn't even bother. Valentine's is pointless. All that sappy stuff, yuck. People hugging and kissing in public, giving each other sappy cards, no thanks. It's quite a romantic day though. People telling their partners how much they mean to them, all the little gifts and the thoughtfulness. Yeah, it's great if you like that, but keep it away from me. Someone Something else I don't get is that Valentine's is supposed to be a day where you show your love for your partner, blah blah blah. But aren't you meant to do that every day? Thought so. I mean, she kind of has a point there. So it's safe to say that Cupid didn't shoot you with any arrows this year, then, huh? She glances at me as Sarah giggles. Well, I know you. We all know you're a softie at heart, Natsuki. I am not. There's nothing wrong with admitting it. Just wait until you get a boyfriend. As we were digging into our food, Monica taps me on the shoulder. I think I might have a solution for your crisis. Oh? There's this really nice restaurant in town that I went to last year with the debate club. It's called the Amber Beehive, and their food is really good. It's a little on the formal side though, so you'd probably have to wear something smart. See if Sayori has a dress or something. Seems kind of sophisticated. Would they take a bunch of teenagers? Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Well, the formal dress code and all. Wouldn't we feel really out of place? Sorry, I'm just well, as you can see, new to dating and all that. It's okay. I don't overthink it though. Just see it as a fancy date. That's all. I'm sure Sayori would like it as well. I think the music will really suit the atmosphere. Pretty jazzy. You like jazz? Thanks then. I'll look into it tonight. That's okay. Sayori will be impressed, and don't worry, I won't tell her you got the idea from me. You're a lifesaver, Monica. Don't mention it. Oh, I forgot to say. I'm sorry for snapping you at lunchtime yesterday. Parents. That's okay. I imagine you had a lot on your plate. Besides, you rescued my Valentine's, so you've redeemed yourself. That's good to hear. Oh, and by the way, you can never go wrong with fried squid. Duly noted. Maybe I'll be able to salvage this Valentine's after all. So, what are our Valentine's plans? Sayori? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was spacing out. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really given it much thought. Oh, whew. I'm glad it isn't just me. I was worrying you'd have expected me to have something planned. Well, with this being my first relationship and all, I'm hardly experienced in the department. She giggles softly at my sheepishness. Don't worry about it, Richie. We can just play it by the ear tomorrow. Winging it, eh? Yeah, that sounds more like me. Anyway, I've been really lagging behind with homework. I've got a lot to do, so do you mind if we don't spend this evening together? Well, this is convenient. Now I can look up bookings for the restaurant without giving away my surprise. Oh, sure. I was about to say the same thing, actually. I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay. See you later, Richie. She gives me a quick kiss and heads off inside. As I settle into the sofa, I quickly notice that the living room lights are on. There's also some sound coming from the kitchen. That's weird. There's no reason for anything to be making noise in the kitchen. I always turn the lights off in the living room before I go to school. In an attempt to stop the sudden bout of panic, I force myself to realize the situation. It can't be a burglar because they wouldn't make this much noise. So that must mean, hello? Anyone here? A familiar voice greets me back. Richie, is that you? Mom! A huge grin forms on her face as I spot my mom emerging from the kitchen, a warm smile on her face. Oh, look at her. Dude, honestly, I love her design. It looks so cool. A huge grin forms on my face as my mom emerging from the kitchen, a warm smile on her face. I rush forward and embrace her. It feels good to have her back. I didn't know you were coming today. I wanted to keep it a surprise, dear. We let go and she looks me over. I'm so sorry that you've been alone for so long. I tried I tried so hard to come back earlier, but business was having none of it. It's okay. I'm just glad you're here now. I sniffed the air. Something smells delicious. Are you making something? Yes, teriyaki, one of your favorites. You're you're the best, seriously. Always nice to be reminded. It's almost ready. I'll give you a hand. She ruffles my hair. It's okay, sweetheart. My treat for you. There isn't much left to do, anyway. Are you sure? Positive. It's only as I'm wolfing my food down that I realize how hungry I am. Mom's cooking was always been incredible, too. Enjoying yourself, I see? Can you blame me? I haven't met anyone who can cook better than you can. She laughs heartily. So, let's have a long-awaited catch-up. Tell me about how everything is since you've joined the club. I finish eating and push my plate away, sighing contentedly. I pat my stomach. Well, as you know, it all started when I saw Sayori on the sidewalk. Once I started, it's almost impossible to stop. There's so much to say and so much to describe. Now that we aren't limited by short phone calls, I can finally go into detail into what life's been like since September. After describing the first few days, I recall how the festival went. She shakes her head as I recall how those inconsiderate pricks acted. Unbelievable. Some people just have absolutely no respect. No kidding. The worst part was that it caused Natsuki and Monica to have a really bad argument. I couldn't go over that, not wanting to dwell too much on the fight. It's still something I'd rather forget. Mom smiles as I recount how my feelings for Sayori started to blossom. Oh, and then there was Halloween. We all dressed up, broke into school, and wrote some spooky poems and summoned the Shinto spirit. You did what now? Dressed up? Not that. Wrote some spooky poems? You know what I'm referring to. Oh, the breaking into school thing. She doesn't look very impressed. Come on, Mom, it was just a bit of harmless fun. Didn't you say you called a spirit over? Okay, maybe not entirely harmless then. But for what it's worth, we all had fun. It was really a nice bonding experience. She sighs under her breath. Teenagers these days get their enjoyment from the weirdest things. Okay, so maybe playing around with a Ouija board wasn't the wisest idea. But hey, it'll be a good story for my kids, right? If you say so, Richie. Anyway, then when November rolled around, the rest of the evening rolls around. We both had a lot to talk about, and the time has really flown. She yawns. Well, it definitely sounds like you've had a hectic past few months. Girls, Secret Santas, Shinto ghosts, what a mix. Anyway, I'm still quite tired from my flight, so I'm gonna have to leave early tonight. Gonna have an early night. I'll be around for a while, so we can always carry on tomorrow. Yeah, sure thing. And I've got and I've got a lot of homework to getting on with anyways, so that's fine. Good boy. Love you, Richie. Love you too, Mom. See you tomorrow. So grabbing a drink from the kitchen, I walk over to my bag and pull out all the relevant textbooks. Let's get this over with. Just now to begin, I feel my phone buzz. Evening, Richie. Do you have any plans for this evening? Yeah, sorry, Yuri. I have a lot of homework to be getting on with. Oh, what do you have to do? Perhaps I could help you out. I pause with my fingers hovering over the screen. Sayori never said that I couldn't hang out with Yuri, and I don't think she's the controlling type. But even though I know I'm not doing anything inherently wrong by spending time with Yuri, I can't help but feel like I'd make Sayori jealousy worse if I did. Then again, I'd say that I'd help Yuri out with her loneliness. Although, this was before I knew the impact it'd have on Sayori. Gah. Nah, it's okay. There's a lot to do, but I can handle it. Thanks, though. There's a pause in a reply. It's okay, Richie. Hope you have a pleasant evening. Can't help but feel guilty as I put my phone away. I hope she doesn't think I'm ignoring her. Given her personality, it's definitely possible. Why can't it just be simple and not so complicated? You'd think that for my first relationship, life would be nice and not throw me into a deep end. I mull it over as I finish the rest of my homework. I climb into bed feeling exhausted. Today was a taxing day at the least physically. From a mental perspective, it's a whole other story. I still wish that I could do much more for Sayori, and the uncertainty of how to deal with Yuri isn't helping. It's nice to know that I'm not alone in the house. It'll probably be worth talking to Mom about the whole situation with Sayori tomorrow. I probably should have talked to Mom a little more. She's been in my exact same position before. Ah well, better late than never, right? Oh, wow, okay. This has already been really good of a mod so far, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. So, okay, wait for it to pop up. There we go. Alright, anyways, I'll leave this video here for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to the bell to know a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason